Good afternoon, everybody. I'm CW4 Roger Murphy. I'm currently the product owner of the field maintenance stream, and with us today we have CW4 Michael Lima. He's an 890 Alpha ammunition warrant officer who's working with the EBSC teams right now to represent the Class 5 solution that we're working for. Mike, you mind introducing yourself?
Yeah. My name is CW4 Mike Lima, 890 ammunition warrant officer, training developer here in the Ordnance School, and a subject matter expert on the supply and fulfillment team for EBSC.
Thanks, Mike. So with your expertise and years of service and what you've been doing for the community, what do you think is some big things you hope to accomplish with the EBSC effort?
I'll break it down into three different categories. One, accessibility. Second, be visibility. And the third would be decision-making. We want the ability to access the system to train. That has been our biggest Achilles heel, is that we haven't been able to learn on the system that we have now, right? Unless it's attached to an active supply point, we aren't able to train on it. So having that accessibility to train, the visibility of depth and breadth of information. A lot of times we get stovepiped and siloed into information. It's hard for us to go left and right to find the information that we need. And then, of course, lastly, taking all that information and turning it into decision-making for our commanders.
Those are great points, right? So where everybody gets stovepiped, does their own analytics, does their own pretty little visualizations and things like that. So providing that common operating picture, per se, will definitely increase the efficiencies in your workforce or for the soldiers on the battlefield.
Yeah, of course. Having that ability to see the information and display it for commanders, but also guiding us, right? Because with the way we've got AI going on now, it's easier done versus 10, 15, 20 years ago when we had to do it ourselves, giving that prompt of this is the best way to display information.
Fair points.
When SAS went to online, we didn't have access to it to train on. When we talked to the project manager and everybody else that was involved, we asked why not? Why did we not have access? And the answer that I got was that nobody asked for it. And more than likely was that we didn't have tactical folks there when they were developing this process. Even for myself, I'm there almost from beginning and I'll be there to the end. I might forget things, right? We need the tactical folks to be online and at least prompt us for things that we might be forgetting ourselves.
Fair points, right? So we don't know it all, but collective as a team, we can bring all them thoughts together, and there's no statement that's going to be too dumb to be brought in, because those are the things that's really going to matter to help the system better. So good points. How many different systems does your community have to interact with in the day?
Let's stick with the two that we deal with on a daily basis. SAS, Standard Army Ammunition System, and TAMIS, Total Ammunition Management Information System.
And do you think you've got plenty of lessons learned and gaps and challenges coming from those two different systems to carry forward to increase the user experience, give them a better product to work with in the field environment?
So I wouldn't say necessarily gaps, right? Because our two systems fill the need that we have now. It's a matter of improving what we have. So being able to take the SAS system, have it replaced, and being able to access that system to train on and doing those improvements on information and decision making.
If you had one message or the ask of your community to be involved with EBSC, what ranks would you like? I mean, would you like the junior to the senior, or do you want everybody to be in the mix of the voice of the customer that's going to be the consumer?
So the biggest gap that we want to see, or the biggest group of people, are that NCO and junior officer. Bring them in at the tactical level, and ensuring that they have the access, right, and the ability to add to the community.
Are you getting the interest from the community, or is there better messaging that we need to carry forward?
There's better messaging I think that we can do. I've been with the supply and fulfillment team almost from the very beginning, other than schools, it's a long process, right? We go through every single process, and folks at the tactical level really don't know when to come in. When they do come in, it tends to be items that might not need their input, or they feel that they don't need to provide input.
That's a fair point, because you don't know, because we're taking their time when they've already got extra things that they've already got their daily duties to do.
And when I say it's a long process, we're talking about we've been doing this probably more than a year now,
Right.
And we just go through every single process that we have. It's good to see every community, right, every level involved, both tactical, operational, and strategic. They all included in EBSC, but that tactical level, I think we need to do better.
What about the non-commissioned officers? Are you getting a lot of feedback brought in from them in this community, from senior to junior at all?
I want to say that not as much as that we need when it comes to non-commissioned officers, but they have a whole different set of issues that I think when it comes to EBSC and the accountability, that falls more on us as accountable officers and more.
Totally can relate to that and how we maximize their time when we get them in those sessions to really target the pain points that we need to get after.
Yeah, and I think if we maybe break it down into tactical sessions, right? Saying, hey, we're going to focus on tactical level, then guys know, or guys and girls know to come and say, this is the time for me to be there, right? Mm-hmm. Additionally, also, not all aspects of what we do requires us to be there. A lot of times they just listen. And that helps, at least for me, understanding how EBSC is going to get employed from that strategic level down to the technical level. Definitely look forward to transitioning from SAS to the new system. And I think overall, we will see a system. It's going to happen. What it ends up being is going to be upon us as a community.
There you go. It's all about the ownership and bringing them challenges forward. Thank you, Mike, for your time. I'm CW4 Roger Murphy, and we're signing off here at Fort Gregg Adams, Virginia. Thank you.